thank you. I'm very happy that you enjoyed that short trio, but really wonderful. Gosh, he fell really low, right? Now we'll continue with the very interesting part of our program, songs from the Vilna Ghetto that survived and that some people perform around the world, but it's not very well known. I'm not going to talk a lot about the history of Jewish people in Vilnius. Mr. Greenberg made a very big point about Vilna Ghetto that set up the whole notion of Vilnius becoming a center for studies and science, and it really before the war it was flourishing. There was 60,000 Jews in the city, having an institute, Yiddish institute, that is working nowadays there too, and setting up a lot of schools and many other things. However, we all know what had happened. When Germans came, they set up two ghettos. One smaller, one bigger. In the smaller one was 7,000, the greater one had 28,000 Jews in it. The smaller one, people got killed. They were mostly older people and children, so this ghetto was dismantled. However, 28,000 you just don't kill right away. It's, they had to think about it. How horrible it could sound, they came up with an idea. They issued 3,000 yellow permits to live. For, it's supposed to, those 3,000 for families was supposed to get the number down to 12,000 from 28. The most horrible thing about this, that they distributed the yellow permits to the Jewish council that was working at the ghetto, because ghetto was trying to live their own life. They were resembling the life outside, with having schools, with having police and council. So they just gave it to them, and Jews had to decide themselves who is going to live. This, of course, purpose of that was also to destroy the unity of the people. And somehow 8,000 Jews without permits still were helped by the others, hiding in the homes and in some places. However, for 2 years that was happening. However, after that, those 8,000 were actually fished off the streets by Germans. So truly horrific times. By the way, it's April 19th, it's our National Holocaust Remembrance Day. So today's date is not really coming out of place. So when there was only 12,000 in the ghetto, it mostly was young people with ideas, with a big will to live, and they wanted to live. If you were an actor or a singer, you just don't stop your life right like that. You know, that was in the history of Jewish culture for a long time. You don't stop being a Jew if you are in exile. You continue everything. And they continue their culture, which is very important because many nations and countries survived thanks to art. I'm from Poland, so I'm going to bring a short example of how I am proud of my country. That we didn't exist for 120 years in Europe on the map. Since 1791 until the First World War, we were divided between 3 empires, and Poland didn't exist. And at the same time, Chopin was born when there was no Poland, and he died still. Poland was not there. However, in the poets like Adam Mickiewicz or in Chopin's music, you cannot tell that this country is not there. It's all over the place. It's in his works. It was what people were inspired. It was something that he embraced in his art a lot. And then when the war gave us freedom for 20 years, people remembered. People were still taught in underground schools in Polish languages. We didn't forget our language, and it survived. So same thing in the incredible Vilna Ghetto. That was the only ghetto like that with some cultural activities going on in the whole history. People survived thanks to beliefs, thanks to inspiration from those theater plays. So just to resume, January 41, the theater was proposed to be opened, and Jewish Council agreed, although it was hard because, of course, how can we play on the graves? But they saw a psychological opportunity for people to unite. After this yellow permit thing, they united, and they could feel together what is to be together in this horrible time. So the songs that we're going to perform, there are just a couple of them from those reviews that were played during those 2 years, from 42 and 3 in Vilna Ghetto. And I strongly encourage you to read the text, please, during the music. I'm not going to talk about the songs, but the text is really the meaningful part of it, so you will connect to the performance in a great way, studying the text, which describe the horrible things that were happening there and the harsh daily life of the ghetto. So thank you very much for attention. Continue with the music.